Hey, how's it going? This is Hector with Timeless Contracting. I want to show you this right here. This right here is our best-selling media wall. This particular one, it's 9 feet tall. Obviously, the middle section it's higher because it's on casters. This one's 9 feet tall, I believe 150 inches wide. This one is for a 75-inch TV. You have a soundbar opening. You have the hole for the soundbar, which we run the cables. We make a hole either on the right or left side. And then we add a surge protector. We add shelves behind the TV. This one is in 3 sections. This one's built in 3 sections. You have the left section, right section, you have the middle section. This homeowner has an 8-foot door, so we can fit the middle section through the door. If they had a standard door, which I believe is 80-inch door, then we would have to build it in 4 sections. Will be left section, right section, top, and then in bottom. So the middle section will be two sections rather than just one. A 60-inch fireplace. Now, what we do here, let me explain a little bit here. So, this one all gets tied together. Obviously, it gets transported to the customer's house. It's unloaded. Then it gets all tied together. This whole unit gets tied together and then gets pushed against the wall. The baseboard gets cut out. It gets pressed against the wall. The left and right side get anchored to the studs. The middle section doesn't. So this is why we add these, which double 3/4 inch plywood. It runs from the bottom all the way to the top. So it runs from the bottom to the top. We anchor the TV. The TV mount goes here. This is why you have these pencil marks. That's where the studs are, basically studs for those. So the TV gets mounted to that. If the TV were to come forward, that means that we have to bring the whole thing forward, which of course it's not going to happen. So I think it's rated for about 450 pounds. Now we built a bunch of these, and as we build them, I like to do a lot of building myself, because as we go, I like to try to find ways to make them easier, to make them better, to make it better to build them. For instance, right here, we have this one. This side right here is 5 inches. This particular side is 5 5/8. Now the reason is because right here we add board. 3.5-inch board, and you have the 1/2-inch panel, which is 4 inches. So what happens is, when they put it in together, to make it easier for the guys, this gets pressed together. Obviously it gets pressed together, it's just loose right now. It gets pressed together and it gets tied in with screws, with deck screws, and then you have 5, and after it gets put together, you have 5. So you have the same on each side. So that's one of the things that we improved on. Of course, that's another thing we improved on. We sell more of this one, which is the floating shelves, rather than having trim all in the middle. Oh yeah, that's right, forgot about this part. Right here we have MDF. We put MDF that runs all the way from the top to the bottom. MDF comes up to 16 feet. The reason we do this is because you're not going to have a seam. If you use regular plywood or regular plywood like we used to have to run if it's like a 9 feet tall, we will run one from the top to the bottom. Then we'll have where 8 feet ends, we'll have a seam that we have to fill. The way we do it now, we do it when we build them. We do an overhang. This gets tied to this part. We have trim here, which covers that, and then we have a small little lip of the MDF here. So when it gets pressed against the wall, the MDF, the very little lip, makes it really tight on the drywall. So you have hardly almost no seam whatsoever, or nothing to caulk. This right here gets a trim as well. What else? I guess it's pretty much this for this unit. Yeah, so this is our best-selling media wall. It comes out really nice. I'll show you a video afterwards.